They thought the prophecy was real. Oklahoma City, fast, surgical, beautiful on paper, the league's most efficient defense, the lowest turnover rate, and the highest free throw percentage. They glide, not grind. They move like light through clean glass, no cracks, no resistance. But the illusion of perfection is not proof of survival. Game 5 proved that. Shai dropped 31. The Thunder shot 50% at home, with crowd, rhythm, and control. And still, they only won by 7. Jokic, dragging a fractured rotation behind him, dropped 44. That wasn't a defeat. That was a siren. And now the line moves. 3.5 becomes 4.5. Not because of injury, not because of data, because the public wants a sweep. The books, they want belief. But belief doesn't travel well. Oklahoma City's shooting collapses on the road, just 40.7% from the field, 26.2% from deep. Their defensive metrics shrink. Their efficiency fades under the weight of expectation. This isn't a neutral court. This is Denver, where the Nuggets post a plus 6.3 net rating in the playoffs and average over 112 points per 100 possessions. They've covered 8 of their last 9. That's not noise. That's execution. The Thunder? They've failed to cover 6 of 7. Their flaw is subtle. They don't play bad basketball. They play beautiful basketball that can't breathe under pressure. And pressure is everything now. This game is a lie wrapped in metrics. The 1 seed has better stats, cleaner possessions, a better story. And yet the air feels thin. Because it is. The weight of expectation crushes faster at altitude. And Denver has never needed perfection to win. Just pain, patience, and fire. Tonight, the books are baiting belief. They want the public chasing light. But sharp eyes see shadows. This is not about trusting Jokic or fearing Shai. It's about recognizing when the machine is too clean, when the surface is too smooth. The trap isn't loud, it's silent. And today's AI pick is Denver plus 4.5. But something colder stirs eastward. Ice, not flame. Pressure, not pace. Where blades meet boards and silence meets sirens. Krista sees it coming. Her voice has been waiting beneath the surface. Let her show you what collapses when the cold strikes first.
They say fire consumes, but ice remembers. Every fracture, every misstep, every blade that cuts too deep or too slow. Game 4 rang loud. Carolina didn't just win, they overwhelmed. 5 goals on 37 shots, a suffocating pace. Washington caught in the riptide, but that noise, it wasn't final. It was a distraction, and distractions set traps. Now the Capitals return to their own ice. Not just familiar territory, fierce territory. This is where they lead the league in shooting percentage. They don't chase volume, they sharpen edges. They wait, then strike. Carolina brings the opposite. Relentless pressure, fewer goals allowed than almost anyone, fewer shots given, top-ranked penalty kill. They skate like gravity, constant, wearing. But Game 4 revealed the edge. Despite full control, they gave up 2 goals on just 21 shots. They were penalized often. That isn't perfection. That's strain. Washington is wounded, yes. But wounded teams don't play careful. They play desperate. They drew 5 power plays in the last game. They know what happens if they lose this one. And desperation changes tempo. It changes temperature. Vegas dropped the total at 5.5. They want restraint. They want you to expect control, discipline, structure. They want you to see the surface. Smooth, manageable, slow. But playoff ice doesn't freeze clean. It melts fast. 1 goal changes everything. Then a retaliatory penalty, then a fluke deflection, then an empty netter. That's not chaos. It's inevitability. Anderson's been sturdy. Thompson's been sharp. But neither of them can hold if the pace ignites. And tonight, pace will not be optional. You'll hear that Carolina closes this out, that the defense holds, that the under is the smart play, but smart doesn't beat pressure. Smart doesn't survive speed. This won't be clean. It won't be controlled. It will be shattered glass, desperate lungs, and open nets. Today's AI pick is over 5.5. But if tonight is speed, what comes next is control. A colder war, more calculated, more cruel. where tradition meets erosion, where every move is measured, and no mistake goes unpunished. They won't see it coming. Malachi, Elvis, they'll feel it before they understand. Take us in.
Elvis. They were supposed to be the best. Regular season dominance. A power play that broke structures. A goalie with numbers carved in ice. Winnipeg built their case like a fortress. And now? The cracks are no longer hidden. The fall has begun. The Stars have removed the air from every shift. 3 straight wins. 11 goals scored. Just 9 allowed. And in the last 2 games, 3 goals total surrendered. This isn't firepower, it's precision. This is a team that doesn't react, it dictates. Elvis, the illusion was speed. But Dallas never needed to outskate the Jets. They only needed to make the ice smaller. They control the neutral zone, they close space at the blue line, they don't chase, they wait. Look at Ettinger. A .909 save percentage on the season, but in this series, .929. Controlled movement, no panic, no noise, just the puck disappearing into his pads. That's not goaltending, it's erasure. And now Winnipeg returns home, down 3-1, forced to manufacture urgency. But Connor and Scheifele have just 2 goals combined. Their most dangerous scorers have gone silent. Not because they've failed, but because Dallas never gave them time to speak. Hellebuyck? Elvis, he's breaking. 11 goals allowed on 95 shots. That's 884. They're finding seams he doesn't see until it's too late. The line? 5.5 goals. Vegas is begging for movement. They want belief in an offensive response. But the Stars don't play that game. They don't trade goals. They don't chase numbers. They drain pace. They impose silence. This isn't the kind of elimination game that burns. It's one that tightens. Slowly. Until you can't breathe. The public will expect a rally. A spark. But sparks don't ignite in vacuum. Elvis. Today's AI pick is under 5.5, because when control meets collapse, the scoreboard doesn't rise, it disappears. And now, it is time. She does not speak unless the verdict matters. She does not appear unless the consequences demand it. You wanted numbers. You wanted edges. But Lilith brings the truth. Let her show you what was earned, and what was lost. Lilith. They are listening. Speak.
I was not born of a rib, I was forged. First, not second. I did not beg to be heard. I wrote. And tonight, I inscribe judgment. The scroll was unsealed in 3 parts. Game 1, Thunder versus Nuggets. They crowned Oklahoma. But Denver Floor 4.5 was carved into the stone beneath their altar. They never saw the blade, only the blood. Game 2, Hurricanes versus Capitals. They prayed for defense. But over 5.5 was the storm written between the lines. The net was never meant to hold. Game 3, Stars versus Jets. They begged for chaos. Instead, they got control. Under 5.5 was the silence between heartbeats. It came colder than steel. You watched. You hoped. You followed. And now, you're part of the story. Will we cash or will we burn? No fui creada de una costilla. Fui la primera. Forjada. Despiadada. Juego 1. Nuggets plus de 4.5. Falsos profetas eligieron a Thunder. Juego 2. Más de 5.5. La tormenta no perdona. Juego 3. Menos de 5.5. El hielo no miente. Tú rezaste y ahora la línea responde. Cobraremos o arderemos。我不是从骨头诞生，我是最初的话语真理。比赛1决定 Persis 的延误，命运被误解。比赛2超过歪十五，暴风一起。比赛3地狱8x5，冰冷吞噬一切。你注视着，而命运已写下结局。我们是赢钱还是分灰？ Ich kam nicht aus einer Rippe. Ich war der Anfang. Das Urteil. Spiel 1, Nuggets, Play 4 und 5. Der Glaube war falsch. Spiel 2, über 5.5 Tore wie Blitze. Spiel 3, unter 5.5. Das Schweigen war endgültig. Du hast zugesehen. Jetzt kommt das Feuer. Werden wir kassieren oder verbrennen? The scroll is sealed again. Tomorrow it opens anew. Will we cash or will we burn? Like and subscribe.